value is. I'm not sure we'll get great games when we're there, but at least we'll get a chance to put the uniform out and get out and play a game. But I think the educational component of going to a place where it's probably a once-in-a-lifetime trip for these guys. I've never been there. It'll be fun for me as well. And then the team bonding and chemistry that comes as a result of spending 10 days together in a foreign country. And we'll shut the phones down a little bit more than usual so that they have to spend some time with one another.
Is it a little more important for so many new faces?
Well, really the two times we've had the trips, coming off of our first year with all those new faces, and now again this year with a lot of new faces, it really fell at the right time for us. So these extra practices are invaluable for these new guys, and even for Maurice and Cole to kind of get a feel for what we're doing before the season starts. Really valuable.
What are you looking to accomplish? Over these next few weeks? What kind of thing?
Well, offensively, we want to establish our tempo, and I think you saw that today in practice, trying to get guys to run every time. Certainly you'll shoot that transition three-point shot that you saw in practice today. And then getting the ball moving and getting our spacing correct on the offensive end. Defensively, really concerned with our ball screen defense at this point in time, and then really trying to get the new guys just to have an understanding of our system defensively so that we can be that much farther ahead of the game when we start practice in October.
This is really a valuable experience, kind of extra practice time before October, isn't it?
It is, and like I said, that's where the true basketball value comes, is in these practices. Guys are having to work at a level of an intensity in the summertime that normally doesn't exist. So we don't have to work on how hard do we have to practice every day when we start in October. The new guys will already know at that point in time because we've gone through it for 10 days. So, like I said, I think they're tired. Obviously, you're not in condition to practice like this like you are in October. But if we can avoid injuries and give them enough rest and get out here hard and practice hard for a couple hours, get them off their feet, I think we can make some real strides.
I know it's early. Is it made a surprise?
Well, I just think the new faces, they've all had their days. We've practiced 3 times now, and, Malik seems to get better every day. Khyri was outstanding today. Justin is showing signs. Martine's had times when he's played well. And today Cole Huff was really outstanding shooting the basketball. So everybody's had their moment. I think certainly the freshmen in particular, and I think you can throw Malik in there. Their head is spinning with all that we're asking them to do from a positioning standpoint. And then combine that with how hard you need to compete. And I think you get a little bit more tired than normal because your mind's running so fast. So, but I've been pleased overall with where we're at after 3 practices.
If you had to pick a starting 5 today, who would that be?
I think it's difficult. We've been without James and Isaiah for all 3 practices. We may get James back next week. Isaiah will not participate in practice prior to the trip. So it's really difficult to tell. Maurice certainly at the point guard position, I think, is head and shoulders above anybody else. And Jeff's done a great job at the center position. But beyond that, I think a lot of things can happen before November. It's a long ways away, and a lot of practices will take place between now and then.
Look at Cole and Maurice. Is there a difference in them knowing that it's not scout team work this year and that they are going to be counted on?
I don't think there's any question. There's a couple differences. Number one, the level of accountability that we're holding them to, especially on the defensive end, now that they're going to be counted on. But they know that now they're preparing for a season in which they get to play. Where last year I think your mindset is individual development. How much can I improve during this year where I can't play? And now you're trying to figure out where can I best help this team? And I think they're both doing a great job. They've worked hard. They've gotten better over the course of the year that they were off. And now they're hungry for this opportunity.
And a guy like Khyri, just how important was that extra year of kind of, I don't want to say maturity, but yeah, being 19 instead of 18?
Well, he may tell you it was miserable. I think it was the best thing that happened to him. I just think, going away from home and being at a military school and the discipline that comes with that has carried over, in every part of his life. He's been very responsible academically, and then he's been on time, and you saw his work here in practice today. He's been a gym rat since he's been back, and he's got an extremely bright future for us, there's no question. All right, thank you.
How exciting is it to go back to Italy? You've been there before.
All right, it's a great opportunity to, a lot of team building. when I went 2 summers ago with Nevada, we really bonded, and it brought us a lot closer together heading into fall camp. So I'm expecting more of the same, as well as, just to get away from it all and kind of just hang out with one another and get to know each other a little better.
What's it like knowing that this year you're actually going to be able to get out on the court and get to play?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's been a long year, not being able to travel, not being able to be out there with my team during some tough times. But I learned a lot from it, learned a lot from the coaches as well as the players that are still here and the players that have graduated already. So I'm just waiting for November now.
Your dad has been through one of these summer trips. Just how much team chemistry can be built in 10 days in a foreign country?
So much. When you get to Italy, not a lot of them speak English. We can't really use our phones unless we have Wi-Fi, so we have to stick together. It's just a lot of fun. Everyone's going to have a great time. The coaches are going to have a great time. Just the guys who are new to basketball, it's the freshmen and the JUCO transfers. It's going to be great for them to get acquainted with us and us to get acquainted with them, so we can get that chemistry like we're talking about.
Call it mid-July and you're going through full-fledged practices, having coaches yell at you about sense of urgency and stuff. How difficult is that to get the mind working like you're practicing in mid-November?
It's just challenging on the mind, like you said. It's a mental thing. But at the same time, not a lot of schools are getting this opportunity right now to kind of get a head start on the competition, and to be able to do this so early in the summer, while a lot of people are just doing their individual workouts. It's only making us tougher.
Anything else for Cole? You're at the military school. How did that help you personally and athletically?
Personally, it made me more disciplined. I mean, not to say I wasn't already disciplined, but it showed me to respect the little things that I have in life and stuff like that. Because I met a couple kids over there that really was worse than me, and athletically, it got me a little stronger. It got me bigger. We ate every day, so can't complain with that.
So what does it mean to now play college ball for you?
I say that it's an honor, and I'm lucky. I mean, a lot of guys try to strive and do exactly what I tried to do and come here, but I guess I got lucky with the scholarship and all of that.
So your first two D1 practices here, what has the practices been like? Has it been a different level?
Can I say this on the air? It's been like hell. It's way harder in high school. I mean, the intensity, like the first practice, I got these stitches, so I wasn't expecting that. And we're always on the move, and the coaches off the court, they're really nice, but during practice, that's a whole nother side.
Khyri, you were kind of the leader of your team, almost a one-man team at times, and now you come here as a team, such a team of 5 guys who play at one place and everything. How big a transition is that for you?
I'm not trying to step right in away and lead. I mean, I lead the other freshmen. I try to do that, but the older guys, they take us right under their wing and they teach us everything, especially Jeff and Maurice. They're the ones who help out the most. I mean, everybody else does, but the most is Jeff and Maurice on and off the court.
So what's been the biggest adjustment so far to the next level?
I would say time management. You don't have a lot of time to yourself. You're either in class or you're in the gym, which is, not a bad thing, but I need to work on my timing a little bit.
We're watching you out here scrimmaging. You were holding your own as a freshman. Is that something you felt you could have done a year ago, or how much did that extra year before your freshman year?
No, personally, I don't think I would have done that. I don't think I could have did that last year. So the prep school kind of really helped, to be more independent and stuff like that. Thank you all.